Well, this morning, Komsomolskaya Pravda has no doubt where Donald Trump's true sympathies lie. Based on America's new national security strategy, the paper concludes, America no longer sees our country as a threat. The threat is now militaristic Europe. The American leader's philosophy is closer to the values of the president of Russia, not to the politicians of the old world. For Donald, Russia is no enemy. It is a possible partner in future joint projects because he understands a clash between two nuclear powers means the apocalypse. But Europe he sees as a liberal stronghold that must be destroyed to make America great again. President Trump is often referred to in the Russian tabloids simply as Donald, very friendly. Contrast that with how the same paper talks about President Zelensky as the illegitimate Ukrainian president, while today's edition of the army newspaper Krasnaya Zvezda, Red Star, calls European leaders Russophobic politicians of the old world. Moscow making its sympathies crystal clear. Kommersant writes that 2025 heralded a new chapter in Russian-US relations. Izvestia is confident that Trump will pressure Kiev to end the conflict as soon as possible. Talking of pressure, the Russian economy continues to be under a lot of that right now. As Nezavisime Gazeta reports today, industry has entered a perfect storm. The task for 2026 will be to live with that. New problems will be added to existing ones. Tax increases outstripping the rise in tariffs, a shortage of working capital, and a growing crisis of non-payments. What's more, in the new year, there will be a noticeable indexation of utility tariffs in Russia. The increase will inevitably be painfully received. The same paper points out that financial market analysts predict that in 2026 investments in key sectors of the economy will decrease. This will happen in the oil, gas and chemical industries, as well as in mechanical engineering, excluding car production. The largest companies in these industries will naturally also significantly reduce their investment budgets. The deficit of budget financing will affect agriculture. There are financial problems in the energy and coal industries. Kommersant reminds readers that from the new year, VAT will rise to 22% from 20%. That's on account of Russia's budget deficit. Meanwhile, Moskovsky Komsomolets reports that debts will prevent Russians from travelling abroad. More than 850,000 residents of Moscow and Moscow region will not be able to travel abroad. And it's not sanctions or geopolitical conflicts that are to blame, but run-of-the-mill debts, unpaid fines, overdue loans, or unpaid alimony. Russians with such debts are banned from leaving the country. The Russian government paper Rossiyskaya Gazeta tries to put a brave face on the state of the economy. It was a difficult year, but it could have been worse. It's pretty bad for the coal industry, though. According to the Ministry of Energy, 3/4 of the country's coal enterprises are unprofitable.